What is happening in the tech world today? From game-changing upgrades to unexpected retirements, the news cycle is moving at lightning speed, and you need to be in the know. We've got the inside track on the latest developments that could impact your favorite devices and your wallet. Get ready for some seriously big updates that you won't want to miss. Let's dive in. Supply chain shake-up. Apple is reportedly pushing its manufacturing partners to automate their assembly lines, but there's a catch. The suppliers are expected to foot the bill for these massive upgrades. What does this mean for the future of production and the costs involved? Get ready to rethink your wristwear. We're breaking down 4 incredible new features coming to the Apple Watch that are designed to make your current model feel like ancient history. Are these upgrades enough to tempt you into the latest generation? Apple has officially declared 3 MacBook models obsolete. We're talking about specific models from 2015 and 2017. Find out if your trusty laptop is on the chopping block and what this means for its future support and your security. Heading into the fall, we're exploring the vibrant apple and cider scene in Maine. Discover the best orchards, tasting rooms, and events to experience the true taste of autumn. It's the perfect guide for your next seasonal adventure. Stick around for all the details, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an update. Apple's automation mandate, a costly upgrade for suppliers. A significant shift in Apple's manufacturing strategy is placing the financial burden of automation squarely on its supply chain partners. As tech giants like Apple aim to diversify production away from traditional hubs and embrace automation, the question of who bears the cost of these technological leaps becomes critical for global manufacturing. Apple is reportedly intensifying its push for industrial automation across all its major product lines, including the iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and Mac, with a significant implementation drive expected to begin in 2025. According to exclusive reports from DigiTimes Asia, Apple is no longer solely incentivizing suppliers to invest in automation. Instead, it is making automation a mandatory precondition for securing future orders. This means suppliers must independently finance the acquisition of related equipment, rather than expecting Apple to fund these substantial upgrades. While this move is part of Apple's broader strategy to diversify its manufacturing operations and reduce reliance on China due to trade tensions and tariffs, the report highlights a potential downside for local workforces in new manufacturing locations. The automation drive appears to be aimed at receding labor dependency, suggesting that job creation benefits in these diversified regions might be limited. This strategy also contrasts with public statements from U.S. officials, such as Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, who previously suggested that moving manufacturing away from China would bring jobs back to America, implying a focus on human labor. Apple's proactive approach to automation, however, indicates that even with geographic diversification, the future of its production lines is likely to be driven by machines rather than a large manual workforce. Although Apple has made efforts to appear compliant with U.S. government directives through announcements of recycled infrastructure plans, this latest report underscores that automation, regardless of location, is the primary driver of its supply chain evolution. Suppliers who embrace this automation mandate are expected to see long-term benefits, including improved yield rates and reduced production expenses, despite the initial costs of upgrading their facilities. This strategic pivot by Apple could lead to increased operational costs for its partners in the short term, but the long-term goal is a more efficient and adaptable manufacturing ecosystem. Audience impact. This development raises concerns among suppliers about upfront investment costs and potentially impacts job growth in new manufacturing regions, sparking debate about the true beneficiaries of supply chain diversification. But that's not all the Apple news we have for you today. Next, we're diving into some exciting upgrades that might just make you want a new Apple Watch. Apple Watch enhancements, 4 features driving the next upgrade cycle. A wave of new features is set to redefine the Apple Watch experience, potentially compelling users to upgrade sooner rather than later. The wearable technology market, is fiercely competitive, and Apple consistently innovates its flagship products to maintain market leadership and user engagement. Apple Watch users might find themselves eyeing the latest upgrade thanks to a suite of 4 compelling new features that are poised to significantly enhance the device's functionality and appeal. While specific details on these upcoming features remain under wraps until an official announcement, industry speculation and patent filings offer a glimpse into what could be revolutionary additions. One highly anticipated development could be advanced health monitoring capabilities, potentially including non-invasive blood glucose tracking, a feature that has long been sought after in the health tech industry. Such an innovation would not only benefit individuals managing diabetes, but also offer a broader population a convenient way to monitor a key health metric. Another area of focus is likely to be improved battery life, a perennial concern for smartwatch users, possibly through more power-efficient processors or new battery technologies. Enhanced connectivity options, such as satellite-based emergency communication, could also be on the horizon, mirroring features seen in recent iPhone models and offering greater peace of mind in remote areas. Furthermore, Apple may introduce more sophisticated fitness tracking and coaching features, leveraging AI to provide personalized workout plans and real-time feedback. The user interface could also see an overhaul, with possibilities for new interactive watch faces or a more streamlined app experience. These potential upgrades are designed not just to add convenience, but to integrate the Apple Watch even more deeply into users' daily lives, acting as a comprehensive health, communication, and productivity hub. The company's strategy typically involves rolling out significant upgrades incrementally, ensuring that each new generation offers a distinctly superior experience, thereby driving consumer demand and reinforcing its position in the premium smartwatch market. Early adopters and health-conscious individuals are particularly likely to be drawn to these advancements, potentially setting a new standard for what users expect from their wearable devices. Audience impact. The potential for advanced health tracking and improved battery life has generated significant buzz among users, with many expressing eagerness for an upgrade that offers tangible benefits beyond incremental updates. These exciting Apple Watch updates are certainly worth keeping an eye on. But before we look too far ahead, we need to address some news about MacBooks that might mean it's time to say goodbye to your old machine. Apple declares MacBooks obsolete, what it means for your devices. Apple has officially marked 3 MacBook models as obsolete, signaling the end of support and raising questions about device longevity. Apple's product lifecycle management includes designating devices as vintage and then obsolete, which impacts their eligibility for service and parts. Apple has recently added 3 MacBook models to its obsolete products list: the 11-inch MacBook Air from 2015 and the 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Pro models from 2017. This designation means that Apple and its authorized service providers will no longer offer hardware services for these devices, nor will they be able to order parts. This move is a natural progression in Apple's product lifecycle, as devices are typically classified as vintage after 5 years of being discontinued and then obsolete after 7 years. For users still relying on these models, this announcement serves as a clear indicator that their machines are nearing the end of their supported lifespan. While Apple sometimes offers extended battery-only repair services for up to 10 years, depending on part availability, the general lack of hardware support means that any significant malfunction could render the device irreparable. Beyond the serviceability issue, these obsolete MacBooks are also not compatible with the latest macOS releases. This means users are missing out on new features, performance improvements, and critical security updates. Running older software versions can leave devices vulnerable to security threats, making an upgrade not just a matter of convenience, but also of digital security. The advice for owners of these models is to consider upgrading to a newer MacBook or explore other laptop options to ensure continued access to the latest software, security patches, and hardware support. The discontinuation of support for these specific models highlights the rapid pace of technological advancement and the need for consumers to plan for device refreshes to maintain optimal performance and security in their digital lives. It's a stark reminder that even well-loved devices have a finite period of official support from the manufacturer. Audience impact. Owners of the affected MacBook models are facing the dilemma of investing in potentially costly out-of-warranty repairs or upgrading to newer, more secure devices. These MacBook updates are a significant reminder of the tech lifecycle. Now, let's shift gears from the digital world to the flavors of autumn with a look at Maine's apple season. Maine's apple and cider season, a fall road trip guide. As September begins, Maine gears up for its apple and cider season, offering a perfect opportunity for autumnal exploration. Fall is synonymous with apple harvests and cider production, and Maine boasts a rich tradition and diverse offerings in this sector. With the arrival of September, Maine officially kicks off its highly anticipated apple and cider season, presenting a delightful invitation for road trip enthusiasts and food lovers alike. The state has curated comprehensive guides to help everyone discover the best orchards, cider tasting rooms, and seasonal apple events scattered across its picturesque landscape. The Maine Heirloom Apple Guide, a collaborative effort with renowned apple expert Sean Turley of the Righteous Russet, provides an invaluable resource for those eager to embark on self-guided tour of Maine's orchards. This guide details the variety of heirloom apples available, encouraging exploration throughout the fall season to experience the full spectrum of flavors and heritage varieties. Complementing this is the Guide to Maine Cider, a directory featuring 26 distinct cider producers from Kingfield to Cornish and Portland to Hancock. This guide highlights local businesses where visitors can sample artisanal ciders, offering a taste of Maine's autumn in every glass. Notable tasting rooms include Obsolescence in Winthrop and Bon Vent in Hancock, alongside various retail shops that stock these local brews. Beyond the orchards and tasting rooms, Maine offers a plethora of seasonal events celebrating the apple harvest. These events often include apple picking, cider pressing demonstrations, live music, and family-friendly activities, making them ideal destinations for a weekend outing. The abundance of heirloom apples and craft ciders reflects a growing appreciation for local agriculture and artisanal production within the state. Exploring Maine during the apple season is not just about enjoying delicious food and drinks. It's also about connecting with the agricultural heritage and supporting local businesses. The guides are designed to be used throughout the fall, ensuring that visitors can take advantage of the entire season's offerings, from the early crisp varieties to the late-season harvests. This initiative aims to draw visitors to Maine's rural communities, boosting local economies and celebrating the state's agricultural bounty. Whether you're a cider connoisseur or simply looking for a quintessential fall experience, Maine's apple and cider season promises a memorable journey. Audience impact. Residents and tourists are excited about the curated guides, planning fall excursions to experience Maine's local apple orchards and cideries. Maine's apple season sounds like a fantastic way to enjoy the fall. And that wraps up our news for today. Apple is making suppliers pay for automation upgrades, shifting production costs. 4 new features are making the Apple Watch more appealing than ever. Apple has declared 3 MacBook models obsolete, meaning it's time to consider an upgrade. Maine's apple and cider season is here, offering a perfect fall road trip. Thanks for tuning into iPad Focus. If you found this update valuable, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out. Also, let us know in the comments which of today's stories you found most interesting, and follow us on all our social media platforms for more updates.